Elias Stone is now effectively employed by the Coalition. We learned a little bit more about him, his background and history as one of the Free Quebecian soldiers and fighters who fought and separated the Quebec, the Free Quebec nation, from the Coalition states. Originally a satellite state, and still in a weird sort of way kindred spirits. But Quebec still wanted to have their own way. They didn't want to adopt the technologies that the Coalition wanted. And so the Coalition found themselves now having to fight against former allies. Within these groups, there were multiple factions, but most importantly, the ones who wanted to maintain a separate life away from the Coalition states effectively still led the charge and won. There were unsavory groups that operated within this space, one of which, the Soldats de Saint-Jean, I had to listen to Google Translate repeat a couple of times to tell me how I got it wrong, is a faction within New Quebec that still holds the whole human supremacy, that Earth is for humans and no one else. But they have resorted to, at times, extreme violence. And some just take it as a charge to rid the Earth of those who don't belong here. Others take it as a charge to rid the Earth of people they just don't like. The Coalition's looking for one who also happened to steal one of the Glitter Boy power armors from Quebec. The Coalition states treats the soldiers of St. James as terrorists. And as the interrogation continued, our investigator here picked up the hints that were being dropped and sorted it out. They wanted him to go hunt for a fellow Glitter Boy who was somewhere in the area. But this is all also under the umbrella of the Coalition, wanting to take control of the city of Alexandria. Now, this doesn't sit too well, nor does it bode too well with the coming factions who are attempting to effectively start a war amongst themselves. And as both Elias and Cobb start figuring out what their next steps are going to be, there are signs that violence is still erupting. And so we are going to go back into the streets of Alexandria and let's figure out what's going to happen next. Hopefully the chaos factor goes down because things have been crazy. Let's see, I rolled a 5, the previous was a 8, so we are going down now to a chaos factor of 7. Let us test the new scene. It is a 7. So, that is an odd, which means that we are going into a scene adjustment. 6, add an object. Okay. So let's roll on the table to determine what kind of objects we're about to be adding, as the two of them are now walking through the streets of Alexandria. Boop, boop, boop. Objects. Here we go. $45 is healing, and 63. Healing multiple. Healing multiple. Okay. Does this have to do... are there healers on the streets trying to take care of somebody? Let's see, that is a 5 plus a 7, so that's 13. Plus the current chaos factor is a 7, which puts us... Let's see. A 7 does a plus 2, so that is a yes. Healers are out. Ooh. Or the reason that the healers are out is that there was an attack and innocents were hurt. 4 plus is 10, so it's 14, 16 total. They come across a scene as they are guiding a shopkeeper who had just been effectively roughed up by the coalition. As they're crossing by one of the main streets here, they see a healer who's already effectively taxed out. And they are walking amongst the wounded. Some of them look like it's fairly recent. And Elias just comes up. He's like, "Hey, are you taking care of folks? Did something happen?" And the healer, let's take a look at names here, huh? All right, 77 Shaw, and 39 Shaik. I'm not gonna call him Shik. That's a terrible name, Shaik. Maybe their name is just, Ik could be, for someone being sick. We'll just call them Healer Shah. Maybe Healer is a title. And so, they approach and, hey, we got a guy, he just kind of got roughed up by the coalition and he could use, a little bit of healing. But as Elias kind of lifts his eyes up and he goes, if you don't mind me asking, what happened here? You're one of the healers, right? It's a big question, this one. Is this someone from the Order of the Silver Star? Let's see. 3 plus 1, 4. No, it's not. It's somebody else. Who would be out here? Maybe it's somebody from the Voodoo Quarter. And so, they are walking through. Someone is taking a look at the injured here. Broken bones, shards of glass being pulled out of skin, broken and bruised flesh, and just swollen eyes. And one of them looks up and he goes, yeah, we've been having some people come through who have been badly hurt. We think some fighting has started to take off. Shed. Do you know where? Do you know who? I do not know this, Old Man Thunder. We just know that people are being brought in and they have been badly hurt. Well, I got another one, but he doesn't seem to be nearly as bad as these folks. What can we do? Is there something you guys... Is there organized or coordinated? And she just raises her hand. She goes, I do not wish to tip our hand, but we are trying to keep low underneath the coalition as they are here. We cannot let them know where we are headquartered, so we are not asking nor offering people to come through. If you need to provide some help to soothe a guilty conscience, I would recommend that you just go out and stop the violence as it occurs. Right, of course. Sorry, healer, I didn't mean to get involved. I just had some questions. Of course you did, Old Man Thunder. We know who you are. Please, if you are going to do anything, help us bring the violence down. Yeah, of course. Shit, Cobb, we gotta see what we could do here. Come on, I have an idea. If I can actually go back to my house now, then maybe we can. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. It's okay, man. Everybody kind of has a moment like that. What can we look for? Where do we even start? Cobb? I just straight up don't know. Well, I think probably the best thing is, I know that the Bayou Brotherhood's going to have their hands full with this war, but if there's going to be somebody out there, somebody hiding, they'd probably be the ones who know the best. If not, we can go talk to the Order of the Silver Star. It's as place as any. Oh, alright, well, I guess let's go. They set out. now they can go back and forth through the gate because the coalition knows who they are. They're not trying to hide. But we're going to give him a networking check. So this will be, I'm going to give him a persuasion roll. His current wealth die is a D4. So that's gonna screw things up. But here's hoping, right? Nice. The 6 blows up. 12, 18. Oh no, that's a 5. 17. Okay. So that's with the raise, which means he doesn't have to grease too many palms. There's enough people out here who are just looking for someone to help them. And they recognize Old Man Thunder for who he is. And a couple of them just, oh yes. No, if you're looking for the Bayou Brotherhood, they would be the ones to know. But they've been closing their gates. I can get you in. Alright, well, by all means, let's go talk to him. I got some questions for him. I want to make sure that we can actually get to the bottom of whatever the fuck is going on, and maybe we can keep Alexandria from burning to the ground. He goes, oh, my cousin's part of the Brotherhood. Cool. Well, lead me to your cousin. And they approach the swamp wall, and they head out into the absolutely just overgrown sections of the bayou outside. The water at times sloshes over Elias's boots. He can feel it squish down as he tries to slipshod his pants to kind of keep some of it out. And then he looks over and he's like, Cobb, you never seem to have an issue out here, man. Why is that? He goes, oh, a bird simple. I was born to be in the water. I just took my boots off, squishing in the mud, and then just crawled over my foot. This is great. He goes, oh, I never thought about it that way. Do you need to get outside the gates more often? Maybe go for a swim or something? Yeah, that would be nice. I stick behind that office so much in the desk. I forgot how much I like it out here. Huh. Cobb, you never really cease to amaze me, man. He goes, oh, thanks, Elias. And there's that wet sound as a waterproof tail slaps into just some stagnant water out here. The Spanish moss that grows everywhere just seems to, at times, reach for them. It drapes and pulls across shoulders. It lands and separates onto heavy pieces of clothing or armor. They come out. Let's take a look at locations here. Let's try to spice this up a little bit. Alright, that is 62 locations. That is new. And now 95. New unusual. And it's been a while. I mean, I came out here not that long ago today just to go talk to him, but I didn't really pay too much attention. Are these buildings new? Oh, my cousin says that they were building something. Yeah, they were. And Elias looks around. Let's get another good description here. Okay. So that's 66, which is mechanically interesting. 32. Mechanically festive. Huh. As well. That's interesting. When did the Bayou Brotherhood actually give a shit about building something? I mean, no offense, but they primarily keep to themselves, build out what they find in the swamps. This is something totally different. It almost looks like a hangar. You'll have to ask my cousin. Okay, well, let's go. And he walks up, this lizard man with a loping gait, comes up to another one who Elias takes a second to, look at the differences. He's like, did I talk to you earlier this morning?
No.
Oh, sorry. You look familiar.
What's that supposed to mean?
No. I'm not going down that road. But just, sorry, long day. I meant no disrespect. I was coming out here just to, I need some help with something. I was wondering, maybe you might be the one to talk to. He goes,
what do you need?
Looking for a friend. Guy's gonna be maybe a little bit younger than me, about my height. You'd probably recognize him piloting a giant set of glittering power armor out in the middle of a green and gray swamp. Let's ask a fake question. I'm going to call this unlikely, considering somebody would be trying to hide. I'll actually even go so far. We'll call it... Yeah, we'll call it very unlikely. So, very unlikely is a -2. With the chaos factor of 7, that's a +2. So, we are going into a straight roll. Okay, we got 13. So that's a yes. I'm going to say, though, it's not... They haven't seen him.
We know of him.
Oh. Shit, I didn't think it was going to be that easy. Okay. You know of him. What can you tell me? I need to get a word out to him. I need to talk to him. He goes,
we know of him, but we don't know how to reach him.
Okay. Can you give me something more to go on, man? Does he come through? Does he buy supplies? Do you have hunters who are out there scouting, scouters? Do your shaman talk to him? Like, what else can you possibly give me? Let's see. Motivations. Let's go. Plot twists. Just because. Okay, 57 is necessary, and 17 necessary delay. Necessary delay. That means like you kind of got waylaid over. Why would a glitter boy pilot get waylaid over? I would assume it'd probably be supplies, right? Can't really operate without much. I have giant power armor in the swamps.
He comes through to trade.
Trade. Okay, that's good. Does he have like a favorite place to go when he has to come through?
We haven't seen him in quite some time.
So you have seen him?
Yes.
But you just... Okay. You know what? You're still giving me more than I had to go on. I'm not going to call that problem out. But if there's a way to get a message to him, could you possibly tell him what do you know him by?
He goes, oh. We know him as Deadshot.
It's like arrogant motherfucker. Okay. If you see him, tell Deadshot that Thunderchild is out here looking for him. You can meet me outside the city. I've got a small shack on the west side. Tell him that I am out here too, and that we should talk.
Very good.
Thank you. Hey, if you guys come through, or if you need any help with anything, and he hands him a small plastic chip, and he goes, you can come and talk to Elias Stone, private investigator. I can help you out. And I know that Brock has already kind of upset my day, but I'm not trying to hold, the Brotherhood against us. It's important. You guys can come and talk to me first, especially if you're going to do something in the city. especially if there's something violent you may be trying to do in the city, come talk to me first.
Okay.
Alright, so it's going to be a whole new scene, I think. Let us... Alright. Chaos factor 1. Yay, chaos factor's going down. Things are calming down a little bit. And now, adjust the scene. That's a 10. It's above, so we go on to the next scene. But here's kind of the fun thing. I don't know what the next scene's going to be, so we're going to roll on our threats list. And we're going to see what's going on. Alright, so we're up to 6 and 2. Okay. CS is looking to take Alexandria. Okay. So, as Elias comes back in, it's several hours later. He finds himself at a cafe. He's sipping on a coffee. Cobb is still with him. And they're just kind of looking around, keeping an eye on Cobb. I'm still worried about this, man. What can we do? Do we need to... I mean, the biggest issue that could possibly come up is Coalition taking Alexandria, and the majority of the factions here are not human. Oh. I'm not worried about it because we're going to get our freedom, right? He goes, we will, but Cobb is still our city, man. It's still our town. We got to take care of it.
Well, maybe we need to go talk to someone. What if we go talk to Captain Bella?
He goes, we could. She's she's kind of intense. And, what we saw was, one of her troops had already let them in through the gate.
Yeah, but there must be a reason, right?
Okay. No, I think you're right. And we're not getting anywhere with Grok. I guess we got to start talking to the leaders. We're going to start talking to kind of the people who control this place. All right, let's go find Captain Bella. I'm going to give him... Oh. Let's see. Let's give him another... This will be another networking, so this will be another persuasion roll. Nice, 6 blows up again. To an 11, so it doesn't take long as they start heading out into the city. Alexandria starts feeling a lot more tense. The troops are almost just popping up like mushrooms. And as they pass by, they see another group of coalition soldiers. One of them is trying to bark orders at a couple who is cowering next to a doorway. And they're just like, no, don't shoot. The coalition goes, we won't shoot, but we need you to move on. Okay, we're moving along. And as the individuals start trying to pass by, let's see, who are they? They are... they're kind of tattered clothes and dirt swirled faces. Speak to being part of the outcast and refugee. They kind of watch with haunted eyes, too large for their to their faces. They look vaguely aquatic, though still human, like a species, an off-branch, who had evolved on a much more liquid earth. And as they watch with these large eyes that seem like they would perfectly suited underwater but almost seem bulbous up on the surface, they kind of cling to each other, and the coalition just watches them run off. They approach the main police station and barracks for the militia, as Alexandria has a sheriff who kind of maintains the bounty boards and some basic peacekeeping. For the most part, it is the militia that maintains the peace until recently. Let's see. I'm gonna... Let's roll a fate question. Is Captain Bella on the side of the coalition? I'm gonna say this is probably unlikely, given the fact that, you know, so much of Alexandria is non-human. So, call it very unlikely. So it's now a -1 on this roll. Okay, we've got a 2 and a 1. So, no, she is not on the side of the coalition. Is she currently dressing down the trooper, the soldier? Let me pull up the NPCs because I can't remember her name now. Lisette. Is she dressing down Lisette for opening the gates? So 9 plus 7, so that's 16 even with a -1. There is a woman in just absolutely, it's not piecemeal. It looks probably some of the most well-presented armor that's out here. Heavy plates that cover from her, pretty much from her hips all the way up to her shoulders. There are just as heavily plated forearm pieces, gloves down to her shins, and a helmet that's attached to a bandolier in front of her. And the only times that the captain is ever seen without her helmet on is when she is yelling at someone to make sure that her voice comes through. Crew cut, graying haircut, and dark skin kind of make her a stark contrast to the young woman she is dressing down. And who in their right mind thought it would be a good idea to open the gate again, Lisette? You let them into Alexandria. You have let the enemy into the gates. They were happily waiting outside. Well, they said that they had orders, and I wasn't trying to... No, you are dismissed from duty. I will let you know if you can return back. But for now, I want that gun, and I want your badge, and I want you to put it in my office before you walk out of here. Oh. Captain, please don't send me out there. I need this. This is an important... No. You have already failed me today. I will not take a second failure of having you grovel. Go. And as Bella turns, Lisette stalking off. She sees Elias and Cobb approaching. Okay. Deputy Cobb, I see you've brought in a private investigator. Is there a reason that the sheriff's office needs to consult with the militia? I have enough on my plate as it is. And Elias raises both hands and he's like, it's okay, Bella. Look, we're trying to sort through some issues that are going on, and things out on the streets are starting to get really heated. I recognize that that's your purview, that's your domain. We wanted to let you know there is a plot afoot, and I think it's important that you recognize that while we're not part of it, we really do think that the coalition's not just here for whatever their stated duty is. They are trying to take Alexandria from us. So I'm going to give him persuasion roll. Let's see, 3 and a 1. That's getting Benny. There we go. That's more like it. Well, dice blows up. So that's a 9. So it's with a raise. And Bella kind of stops what she's doing. Finger starts tapping along the laser pistol at her side. And you're speaking something that's kind of concerning. Well, Elias Stone, you are asking specifically, are we aware of it, or are you asking us to help? I think we just need to get in front of Gator. He goes, Mayor LeBlanc, he is currently busy, but I think this is something that we should bring to him. Maybe what we need to do is call the council. Do you have evidence that the coalition is about to take Alexandria from us? I can tell you what they told me, but if evidence is what you need to kind of carry this on, I can get you evidence. Let's get in front of the council first. Okay. And as Bella kind of turns, she reaches down onto her arm and it flips open a panel. She presses a button and then puts her helmet on, and suddenly the eyes begin to glow as it connects. And she, okay. This message is for Mayor LeBlanc, for the High Shaman Mamba, and for Chief Engineer Johnson. We have a concerned citizen who is raising an issue of something that has come up, and they are asking for a council. I think it is in our best interest to grant this council, as the evidence the person is bringing up is very clear. Alright, so 89, social, and 10. Social conditional. Okay. Yes. Elias Stone. I understand, Mayor. Yes. Okay. Well, I will relay that to him. Of course. She takes the helmet back off. She goes, the mayor has some conditions before he's willing to call the council. He wishes to meet with you, Elias.